Life offers no guarantees or takebacks. It's a harsh truth that we all come to realize at some point, often when it's too late to change anything. For me, that realization came early, and it came hard. When my father died in 1983, my mom drowned her grief in whiskey, leaving me and my little sister Maddie alone. She was a shell of her former self, a ghost haunting the halls of our home, her sorrow seeping into every corner. We were left to fend for ourselves, two children navigating a world that had suddenly become very dark and very cold. I was 10, and Maddie was 6 when Mom started dating Carl. Carl loved vodka, violence, and control. He was a storm that blew into our lives, leaving destruction in his wake. His presence was a constant reminder of our vulnerability, his anger a ticking time bomb that could go off at any moment. Some nights his rage would shake the walls. I often wished for peace, even if it meant never waking up. The nights were the worst, filled with the sounds of shouting, breaking glass, and the heavy, oppressive silence that followed. I would lie in bed holding Maddie close, praying for a miracle that never came. One day our neighbor's grandson Robbie whispered about a grave in the woods. "Leave your address there," he said, "and the bone boy will come." It sounded like a fairy tale, a dark, twisted version of the stories we used to hear before everything went wrong. But desperation makes you believe in things you never thought possible. Bone Boy, a kid who murdered his family with a hammer, was buried outside the cemetery. He'll take care of anyone you want, forever. The legend was chilling, a ghost story come to life. But in my heart, I felt a flicker of hope, a dangerous, desperate hope that maybe, just maybe, this could be our way out. That night, after Carl left another mark on my arm, I scribbled our address, pinned it to the grave with a nail, and placed a twig outside my bedroom door, just as Robbie said. My hands trembled as I wrote, the weight of what I was doing pressing down on me. But I was willing to do anything to protect Maddie, to give us a chance at a life free from fear. The house was unusually quiet, too quiet. It was the kind of silence that makes your skin crawl, that fills you with a sense of impending doom. I lay in bed, every muscle tense, waiting for something to happen. Then came the sound, scraping, like nails on wood, followed by wet thuds and dragging. I held Maddie close, whispering for her to stay silent. My heart pounded in my chest, each beat echoing in the stillness. The sounds grew louder, closer, and I squeezed my eyes shut, praying for it to end. By morning, the walls were smeared with blood, the furniture overturned. Carl and Mom were gone. The house was a scene of chaos, a testament to the violence that had erupted in the night. I felt a strange mix of relief and horror, knowing that our tormentors were gone, but at what cost? The police found blood trailing into the fireplace. They pulled something out, and whatever it was made a cop run outside to vomit. The sight was too much for him, a seasoned officer brought to his knees by the horror of what he had seen. I never found out what it was, and I'm not sure I want to know. Later, they found Mom's car at the wood's edge, the driver's seat soaked in blood. Robbie avoided me after that, and I never went back to the grave. The car was a grim reminder of the night's events, a symbol of the violence that had torn our family apart. Robbie's silence was a constant reminder of the price we had paid, and the grave became a place of fear and regret. But some nights, when it's too quiet, I hear that scraping sound again. It's a sound that haunts me, a reminder of the darkness that once consumed our lives. In those moments, I feel the weight of my actions, the burden of the choice I made. God forgive me, but sometimes I wonder if I should have let Bone Boy in. The thought lingers, a shadow that follows me, a question that will never have an answer. In the end, we all have to live with the choices we make and the ghosts that come with them.